not sure if Michael will be here, but we'll see. I'm streaming. All right, YouTube should be going. Let me make sure I do a better job of watching my chats because it's come to my attention that my chat application is not reading chat. So I have to make sure that that's working. Anyway, that's here nor there. All right, so I'm live. You guys know how to find me, and we go post on X. If anybody's here, you guys can like talk. I think everybody should be unmuted. Oh, Wayne's in the waiting room. Let me admit him real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn off the waiting room temporarily.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Because I'm trying to get streaming set up. Okay, so everybody should be out of the waiting room right now.
Perfect.
All right. Boy, oh boy.
Have you ever wished that you could just turn off all the visual formatting in Safari and get a nicely quickly loading text-only web page? Like text and links and buttons and whatever, but like none of the visual crap.
Yeah, that would be sometimes nice.
You have no idea what I would do for that right now.
Interesting. Yeah, it's
Sometimes I'm just like, man, it would be so great if it was like an accessibility feature because we could make stuff load so much quicker. I mean, I get that, most of the time we need visual formatting, but like, if I'm sitting here, for example, chatting with GPT or doing something like that, I do not give a care what the screen looks like. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. I wish that browsers as an accessibility thing would allow people to not have to worry about all that. That's a pipe dream, isn't it?
mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean we can't want it though.
All right. Okay. Let me get what I don't think Michael has the link. What the heck? Okay. These note taker things are kind of getting annoying. Okay. Um I probably need to send it to Michael. I don't think he has a link.
What's happening? Sorry.
Michael. No, there's a bunch of those AI note taker things.
Yeah, I appreciate that people want our meeting summaries, but like, if they just want to send their note taker and never come, guys, if you're just gonna send your note taker, come at least once so we know who you are.
Well, partially people don't even know they have these things because remember they just like people like somebody else sees it and then they create an account by accident. So
I don't know. Like, how would you not know that you don't have? I don't.
because if you click on a link, it will automatically create an account.
You what?
It will click if you click on one of the note taker links, it will actually create an account on your behalf and you may not know.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a
interesting.
social engineering virus.
Ew. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I stopped letting in the bots weeks ago if I could help it because, like I said, like if here's my thing. This is just my policy personally. I mean, feel free to disagree, but if someone wants to send a bot when we're doing ours when like I'm hosting stuff on Zoom with the foundation, that's fine, but sooner or later you got to show up. I want to see your face, interact with you, and I want to know that you're intentionally sending a bot to record the meeting, you know?
Hmm.
Like I at some point like I totally get it if somebody's busy, really busy and can't attend something they want to and wants to send like their note-taking bot on their behalf to come, absorb the meeting and stuff, but at least let us know that or show up once and say hi or something, you know? I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. Let me send Michael the link. I don't think he has a link. Oh boy. Let's see. What am I trying to figure out here? Let's see.
I'm freezing. The air conditioner is a blessing. Sometimes
Yeah.
when it's cold though.
We better get started because it's after 10. Okay.
Oh, we should.
Oh
Okay.
yes. Sorry. I'm making sure Michael's coming, or he probably lost the link. So we're kind of running behind today, y'all. Okay. So let's just get started, and then we can figure it out from there.
Welcome,
Uh.
everybody. I'm super excited. It's going to be fun today.
Oops. I guess Michael. Hold on, just 1 second. Michael. I guess Michael, you might want to rename yourself because you're joined as me. Whoops. Okay. I guess we have two of me. Yay.
Oh my gosh.
Because he couldn't find the
I
link
only
yet.
see one
Okay.
of you.
Um,
Nope, I see two.
Michael. Okay, we'll get started in a second. YouTube.
Working on
It's
it.
going to be fun. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully, everybody's doing well. I am powering through without coffee so far. But I forgot to get K cups yesterday, but
Okay.
There we go. I should be renamed now.
You're good. Okay, sorry about
there you
that. I was like,
go.
oh, hold on. Okay, well, could you find the link, Michael? Is that what the problem was?
Yeah, I was looking for the link and I was working on something else at the time. So
All right,
um,
let's get started. So, welcome
I have a
to. Oh,
really
sorry.
I have, before we get started, I do have a really cool announcement that I will talk about once we get good and going.
Okay,
Sweet.
we'll start off with the announcements anyway. So let's just get started. Okay.
Alrighty.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Laurel Wheeler Learn to Code. As always, I'm Taylor Arndt, and we've got Laurel. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
All right. And of course, we've got Michael, as always.
Hey, everybody! It's good to be here.
Yeah, it is. And, it's been a really, really crazy week, I have to say. So, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling tired today. But anyway,
You've got
take
me,
it away.
girl. You got me without coffee, so you guys definitely have the more low key version of me.
Yeah. So again, always, people watching on YouTube, feel free to chat. And if you want the Zoom link, you can email Laurel. We'll give those details in just a couple of minutes. But before we do, we got a couple of announcements we got to make. Michael, I want you to start off with yours because yours is like really amazing. Go ahead.
Right, so we announced a long time ago that we would be doing a Apple app development class starting in September. Well, we now have a date for that. And that date will be on September 25th. It's a Thursday. So we will be doing that at 7 p.m. Central Time on Thursdays. And something new this year that we will be doing, it will be streamed on Techopolis Radio. So if you cannot get in the Zoom, it will go to Techopolis Radio and possibly to a YouTube channel of choice. I'm not sure which one yet, but that is another announcement. We now have a radio station that we will be taking advantage of for our content. So um, we will be putting calls and things on there as well. So that will be starting very soon. And Laurel and Taylor, that will be up to you guys if y'all would like this call to be on Techopolis Radio.
Sure, why not,
Why
Adam?
not?
Why not? That's really cool. I want to know how you guys started a radio station. That's cool.
So we've done this before. Before it was IA Cast Radio, but this will be more mainstream and full. It will be for everybody, but we want to kind of focus it on any kind of tech. So we're using a product called AzureCast on DigitalOcean that we
Nice.
use to create a droplet, one-click install, boom, just set up the radio station for us, or set up the server, then we configure the station. And we are also about to release our Techopolis Media app, which will have podcasts, it will have our radio station, and our blog posts and other content as well. So and Taylor wrote that in a weekend, guys, in a weekend.
There you
So
go.
very exciting stuff.
That's very exciting. Absolutely. If I needed to try, well, someday I'm going to build an Apple app, but that day is not today, or I would be taking the Apple developer course. I've got too many other things to do, but it sounds amazing, and everyone who can should.
And that's all I have, Taylor.
Okay. Yeah, so that sounds like a good idea. Excited about that class, and I'm gonna be helping with it as always, with kind of some of the voiceover stuff. So,
It's going to be
yeah,
great.
it's gonna be fun. And let's see. Laurel, do you have any announcements to make?
Well, I just have something that you guys will find, I think, really cool. As some of you, and maybe not all of you, but some of you know, I'm part of a virtual Lions Club for blind people that I started a chapter. I mean, there's blind lions all over the country that physically go, and there's a few other virtual chapters, but we want to provide everybody the opportunity to become a lion if they want to serve their community. So our Lions Club is embarking on our first service project, and Michael and Taylor, some of the older technology that you donated us, Michael, some of those glasses and stuff for like magnification and all, it's going to a school for the blind in Kenya.
Fantastic.
So they are in northern Kenya, and they are serving, I think, around 40 students right now, and they'll get about, 50 or 60 more in January. To give you an idea, they only have 4 working braille writers in the school, and only 6 people have canes, and that includes out of them and the 6 blind teachers. So they need anything and everything, and so some of the stuff Techopolis and you guys, Michael and Taylor, y'all donated us, are going there. So I thought you guys would appreciate knowing that.
That is really good to know. I'm
You made a
really
difference
excited about
immediately. They gave us some stuff at the ACB convention. And so the school needs everything from, personal care items like shampoo and stuff like that, to braille paper, to canes, to older, English braille, not UEB, but older braille books and materials. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go find us on Facebook at DFW Blind and Persons with Disabilities Virtual Lions Club. That's a long handle. So if you search for DFW Virtual Blind Lions, you'll find it. It'll bring up the page result. Go there. You'll see us. We just posted about it. You can click on the post. You can look at a list of items that we are collecting to send to the school, and those are being sent to the Northwest Ohio Lighthouse for the Blind. Kevin Perrine is helping us coordinate that. He's got volunteers to help us make it happen. So you can figure out, if you go look at our social media, you can find where to send stuff and what they need. So if you want to help with that. But yeah, you guys, so like if our viewers and listeners want to help out with that, there you go. But Taylor and Michael, you already have, and it's exciting. I just thought you would love to know.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
That is amazing. And I have even more things coming to you. My family will be here in town this weekend, so we're going to probably make it by a UPS store, and I still have more things to send your way.
That is truly amazing. Truly makes a huge difference, and we really appreciate it, and so do the people that we're serving. So, yeah, Michael, you helped some people in Kenya. Congratulations.
Fantastic.
It's
Fantastic.
really cool. I mean, it is really cool when you can help people around the world with technology,
Absolutely.
It's a cool thing. So I have no doubt that we will have them someday watch some of these Learn to Code sessions, some of their students anyway. So yeah. So what do we want to talk about today, guys?
Well, I'm not sure if we want to do like a help session, figure out where everybody's at, What do you guys think? I want to kind of keep it low key. I don't really have a huge presentation prepared today.
So, whatever fun coding things or AI or tech related things you guys want to talk about, we're all game. Anybody got anything? Have you guys played more with ChatGPT's AI agent?
This is Alfredo, and I have a question.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Go
Fire
ahead.
away.
Where I don't know if you guys seen it, but Google released a to where a beta app on GitHub to where you can download it on an Android and you can run LLMs locally.
Ooh, I don't know about it. What do you know about it, Taylor?
I'm not sure. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know a lot about this app.
This is exciting now. Um, that would be really cool if they just released something like that, and if it, depending on what all you can run, that would be like incredibly cool. I mean, I'm gonna see if I can look it up.
Michael, do you know anything about this?
I do not. I'd be curious to know the project name.
I mean, I really hope that that's accurate because I really would love to run large language models directly from my work phone. That would be amazing. Truly.
So did you guys get to play with the chat GPT agent more? I know
I
Taylor
played.
mentioned it last week. And I finally saw it on mine. It came up. So I played with it a little bit, but not too much yet.
I did a little bit with it. I didn't find it to be as good as some other tools, but
Yeah,
No, it's
um,
not.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't found it to be as good, but I think it has potential. You know?
I mean that's it. Like the browser is not accessible.
Yeah,
What's that?
that's kind of what I found. It was harder than and I was like, at the time when I saw it, I was like, I'm just trying to get something done at the moment. I didn't have time to really dig into it, you know.
I will say I
And
just downloaded the GPT app from Mac a bit ago, and
mhm,
I was really disappointed in that's accessibility.
yeah, it's not
yeah,
great.
It sucks. I'm
yeah,
like,
Hmm.
really? Come
yeah,
on.
it's not as accessible it should be.
No.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I'm like, come on. I wish these people would really prioritize accessibility better.
Hmm.
But that's just me. The iPhone app obviously is pretty alright, but
Yeah, and the Windows app is or the Windows just using it in browsers good.
Hmm.
Using
oh
it in
yeah,
a
but like if
browser is fine on the Mac, but the app itself is yeah.
yeah, well, and sometimes if you
Hmm.
have a really long conversation, the browser can load slow.
Oh yeah, true.
And
I've
so
noticed that it's like a lot slower than it used to
I
be.
don't know how to get it quicker with voiceover. I mean, apparently if you disable a bunch of the visual formatting, but I don't know how to do that. So
Mm, mm,
I wish I could.
yeah.
I truly wish that Safari or Chrome had an extension where you could just get a page that was all text-based links and headings and basic structure and could get rid of the insane like visual stuff that it looks nice for sighted people but doesn't really do anything for us. You know?
Well, the thing that I find even on the phone that sometimes it's the send button doesn't come up right away,
True.
when you
Now I
type a
do know,
message, and I'm like, what? Where
at
is the
least if
thing?
I'm using my Bluetooth keyboard, if I hit the enter button, it'll automatically
Oh,
send
it
it.
automatically does it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
if you
if you're
ever,
just like dictating, and then you're like,
now
oh,
that's
where's the
true.
send button?
That's true. Now, so I don't always dictate. I will either use voice mode,
Yeah,
like directly, or if I have a Bluetooth keyboard,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
type with
Hmm.
that. And I usually will not even, honestly, when I'm typing with my Bluetooth keyboard, inside specifically inside the Chat GPT app. I'm not talking about the web browser, but
Yeah.
specifically the
Yes.
app. I don't even look for the send button. I just hit enter all the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
I never hit the send
That
button.
makes sense. I didn't think about you doing that because
Do you have a Bluetooth keyboard that you
I
use with your
do,
phone?
but usually I don't use it that much. Just when
I
I,
would I
know.
find personally that performance is, for me, like, it's not really that the app performs quicker, it's user performance. It's far faster if I'm using my keyboard, but I type quick. I type 100 and something words a minute. So
Yeah. Understand.
but if you type it and then just hit send, the only real thing is you just have to refocus after you make the
Yeah.
response. You just got to refocus on the text box.
Right. Yeah.
But like sometimes, not even all the time, like sometimes you can just type again and hit send.
Mm-hmm.
But I would, if I were you, if you've got especially like an iPhone and you're using the Chat
Yeah.
GPT app, I would use a Bluetooth keyboard with it.
Yeah. Because I use the app all the time on my iPhone. Yes, but sometimes I'm like, "Ugh, where is the send button?" And it takes
Girl,
it a minute, and
girl,
then it shows up, and it's like,
girl,
where you
pair
been?
yourself your Bluetooth keyboard and go
Oh,
with
it's
that.
paired. I just don't use it all the time,
There you
because
go. There's a use
sometimes
case.
I'm not like with
Yeah.
my keyboard, like I'm out and I want to look something up and I don't have my keyboard or,
Oh, totally, totally,
you know.
totally. But if you want a good use case, there's one for you. You know.
hmm So, Taylor, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Are you still using the Descript app?
Yeah, I am. I wish there was something better, but I
I
am.
know, me too. Me too. It's not quite as, I mean, I'm sure I do a lot of using it with like cleaning up audio, but sometimes it puts some weird artifacts in the audio, and
Yeah.
then you have to like then it's like there's a couple times I'm like, this is not this sounds horrible. So then I'll just go edit it, all the way by hand. But sometimes it's really helpful because it takes out people's breathing and you know what I'm saying? Then you just have to edit out the ums and, you know, stuff like that. But some of the video stuff I'm not as comfortable with trying to,
Well,
do
with
video.
video, you don't want to do so much like detailed editing because you don't want the frames to glitch.
Exactly. Yes. I know. And there's no way to, fix that, if you're visually impaired, unless, I heard that Final Cut Pro does good, but I'm not sure about that because I haven't
Well,
played with it too much. I
hmm,
haven't, but um,
me and Final Cut are not friends right
not
now.
friends. Okay.
No, they kind of made it where it's like the keystrokes won't work as easily.
hmm Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. I don't. Sometimes Apple breaks stuff, and it's like, why are you breaking? It was working. What you know? But I was just curious if you were still using it.
Yeah, no, I'm still using it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maybe one day we'll have something better to use. Have we? Have you tried? I thought about trying to reach out to them. Have you tried to reach out to them to?
Yeah, it did no good.
hmm Yeah, they seem like more interested in, you know, um, making sure everybody pays for their plan every month than actually trying to make their stuff more accessible. I was just
Yeah.
curious whether you were still using it.
Yeah, now I use it and it's not like it's okay, but
Yeah, it's okay. That's kind of
it's
how I see it.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
usable.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad it's not just me, and I know you're like a whiz, so you
I
know.
try to be.
I figured I'd ask you in case I was like totally like missing something.
I try.
Let's see here. While you guys are talking, I'm warring with my own web browser to load quicker and do what I want exactly.
While you're on
What's
your
up with your
work
web
one.
browser?
I mean, well, it's just Safari's loading slow with voiceover on a big web page, so I'm like warring with it. I know I'm trying some stuff, so I'm like, oh, come on. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I've noticed though that Chat GPT is slower than it used to be, but I guess it's because there's so many people using it
And features.
and features. Yeah. So because it's like now it'll say streaming, Chat GPT is waiting for a response, blah blah blah. And then it says it several times, and then finally the answer comes, you know. But then I sometimes I ask it very complicated questions, so I guess it has to think about it.
I don't know what my dog. Hold on. Rota's eating. Oh, hey, Rota's eating already, and I'm in the middle of this. Rota's eating already, and I'm in the middle of a Zoom call. Oh, I'm desperate for coffee. Oh,
That's
God
what I'm
bless
doing
her.
right now is making coffee.
Oh, God bless her. Oh, I thought so. I think I might have been the first one awake in my house this morning. I thought she was going to feed that was my mom. My mom's awesome. Hi, Mom. She's great. Rota's my guide dog. I thought she was going to feed him a second breakfast and he might get away with conning one out of her. So that's why I was trying to tell her he ate, you know? Because my dog, I love my dog, but he absolutely would. But also, God bless her for making me coffee because, oh my gosh. Oh, that was funny. Sorry, guys. That was like spontaneous. But clearly my dog was happy, right? I mean, clearly. Um, I heard some interesting. Somebody was talking in a forum that I was on the other day about some issue with the newer iPhones, and I wondered what y'all thought of it. They were talking about like with the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max and the newer ones that somehow voiceover was getting stuck, like when they were in a phone call that people could hear voiceover on the call and it was getting stuck like that. I thought that was interesting. An interesting bug.
Interesting.
Like
You're
that,
I
talking
like
about
such a
people
thing.
with headphones on, or
no, like say you and me are on a phone call. If you were using voiceover on your phone, I would be able to hear your voiceover.
correct? You would be able to hear it if, I mean, if you're not like wearing earbuds or something.
No. Like that it was getting stuck as part of the call audio,
Oh,
like organically. I know what you were saying. Yes, if you're not using
okay.
headphones, you'd hear it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about
Okay.
like getting stuck as like part of the audio of the call.
Oh, weird.
Isn't that weird?
I haven't had that problem. I have a 16 Pro, but you
I've
know,
still got a 13 Pro Max and it's rolling just strong. And I haven't heard that either, but I thought it was interesting that people are saying that on some of the newer phones they have seen that.
that must have been like, would that have happened in one of the updates? Because I
I
haven't
don't
heard
know.
that before.
I have no idea, but I did think it was interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea. That's interesting.
I don't either. I don't know. But Taylor, I saw you posting you're working on an app. You want to tell us about the app you're working on?
Oh yeah. Let me I'm trying
Talk
to
about
find
it.
a
Since we're
cable.
having clearly a more low-key day and we're all a little low energy, tell us something interesting. Talk to us about it.
Well, I might be able to do a demo. Give me a
Oh,
second.
cool.
So I'm making an app. It's called Perfective AT, and what it is it is an app that you can run on your device. And the cool thing about it is that it uses on-device models. So right, it won't connect to the cloud. It will use the Apple Foundation models, right? So unfortunately, I have to have a newer phone. However, I'm trying to work on a solution to do that, to handle that, right? To fall back. But it can like you know, I can ask questions about different AT, like braille displays, or, like how do I add a braille display in NVDA, or how do I go to the headings list in JAWS?
Okay.
If I can find the right cable, I'd do a demo. Um, but let me find the right cable, I think I could do this. The question is, when I find the right cable. But it's really cool. It's all on your device and it uses a local data set. And if it's not sure how to do something, it will search the web, but that has not been implemented yet. So as soon as I find a cable that I'm looking for, I will hook up my phone and do a demo.
When is the Techopolis app going to be that Michael is mentioning, or when is that going to be ready?
Probably by the end of the week, right, Michael? What's the status
If
on that?
maybe even earlier than that.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. You're going to put it on your email, your stack
My
email?
Substack?
Yes, yes.
Probably.
Okay, then I'll see it when
I do a newsletter every week, and this week is going to be interesting because I'm going to be with my family. But I told them, I'm like, I'm still going to get out my Friday newsletter because people love them.
Yeah, I always read mine when I get it.
Yeah, this week was, kind of an interesting couple weeks because I had to, like, I was trying to recap convention, and that got really long.
Hmm.
Okay, so let me find the right cable. Let's see. But I want to do a demo because it's actually really cool. So let me just give me a second.
Do a demo while
Hold
I
on, let me
excitedly
get.
have my coffee.
Okay, I don't have the right cable, but let me get a. Let's see. Let me unplug one of these.
So, Michael, you said you guys are gonna do a podcast too, um, along with the radio.
Yes, we are bringing back the IA cast
Hmm.
and several other podcasts as well. So we're going to do a programming podcast called Programmatic
Hmm.
and a few others as well.
Uh-oh.
Sounds great.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I thought my Zoom went away. I'm like, no, don't go away, Zoom. Okay, I am actively finding the cable I need. It might be in the other room. I might go in the other room and check.
Which cable do you need, Taylor?
Well, I need a C to C. I got one over here. I just gotta find it. I had one over here, and then I think it's over in the other room, Michael. I'll go get it. I usually have one always plugged into my computer, but this morning I did not. So let me go get it real quick. I think I put it out there. Okay, got the cable. So again, this is going to be a demo, so like it might not be a lot perfect, but at least you guys get to see the idea. And I don't even think Michael's seen the demo yet, so. But hold on, because my phone is slightly dead. So I gotta quickly charge it, and then we'll do the demo. So we will and I'm going to like, let's see. And I'll share my phone screen and all that stuff through Zoom.
Hmm.
So
Cool.
I just gotta wait for my phone to power up so you guys can talk about something else while I'm waiting for my phone to power up because it died. And so we're not releasing this yet until because this is only for the new operating system because it's the built-in models.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
test flight will come out. What would you say, Michael? A month like at the end of August?
Yep, September.
I'm waiting for all the notifications to come through. So let me go share my screen. So this is the only thing I'm going to record today for the demo, but that's the only thing I'm going to record today. Otherwise, I'm not going to do that. And I'm working on editing the videos from last week, but this is going to come out ASAP so you guys can see it. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, let me turn my phone on Do Not Disturb so I don't get notifications. Turn on Do Not Disturb. And then I'll show you guys tomorrow. Okay. Let me turn this speech rate. That should be good enough. All right, so I'm going to connect my phone to the. At least I should have screen permissions. Yep. Oh, wait, I need to do. I'm so used to doing just the. Let's see. Okay, so I got to do desktop and then desktop. Here we go. I gotta remember how to do this because I don't very often. Okay, so here we go. I think I'm getting somewhere. Cable. All right, here we go.
Use Zoom apps. Annotate. Edit participants. Zoom.
Okay, can you
Zoom.
guys
Add new window.
see my
Weather.
screen?
Austin. News. Trump stealth conduct under scrutiny after
Oh,
button.
whatever.
Next
Can you
widget.
guys hear it?
Austin 1.
We can hear
85
it.
degrees.
Yes.
Austin.
All
Previous
right.
widget.
So let me go ahead and record this so that way I can share it later if people want it.
Record to this computer.
All right, so this is a demo of Perspective AT, and this is where you can be able to get answers for your AT questions using AI. And it's all on your device. This is an app coming soon, and I thought I'd give you a demo. I'm doing this with Learn to Code Tuesdays with Laura Wheeler Foundation, and I'm going to show you guys what's been implemented. So, like I said, this is an app that will use your on-device model, right? It won't call the cloud, and it will be able to help you answer questions about assistive technologies, things like how do I connect a braille display with NVDA, or how do I navigate to the headings list in JAWS. So I'm going to go ahead and open the app. This will require, at least at this time, this will probably change soon, the latest version of iOS. That will not actually change, but the thing that will hopefully change if I can sort it out is the version. So you'll need at least an iPhone 15 Pro or above. So because this is using the model that Apple Intelligence relies on. And if it does not know something, it will search the web. I don't have that quite implemented yet, but that will happen in the final version. But I'll just show you guys what I have so far. So let me go to Perspective AT.
Spotlight. Spotlight. L. Delete.
Okay.
E. E. W. Top
Let's see
search.
if I can
Delete.
type.
E. E. Top searchers. R. E.
I'll
R.
ask
R. Top
SIRI,
search
but I
result.
don't want to.
Word.
Let me
Powerball.
just ask. Hold on. Open Perspective AT.
Which app? Perspective and or perspective app.
Oh, I guess I have two of them. Okay, hold on. I guess I have two of them. Okay.
Permission
So I'm
notator.
opening
Otter.
it up.
iPad left the meeting. Conversation. Move by word and NVDA. Delete.
So you will notice when you get into Perspective AT, it will have your recent conversation. So anytime you create a conversation with the AI, it will save it so you can look back at it and it will summarize the conversation, almost like what ChatGPT does, and it will actually give it a name. So you'll notice when you actually get in the app, you'll have the conversations, And then there's also a couple other tabs I'll go through.
Tab bar. About. Tab. 3 of 4.
There's About.
Pernicious note taker. Otter. I has left the meeting.
I'll keep going left.
Settings. Tab. 2 of 4.
Settings.
Selected. Conversations. Tab. 1 of 4.
Conversations and
About. Tab. 3 of 4.
interesting.
About. Setting.
Hold
Select.
on.
Conversation. Hi. Delete.
This is about 3 4. Again, there's a fourth tab, but I'm not sure why it's showing up. But again, this is
Conversation. Hi.
a
Button.
beta.
Activate.
All right, so
Default.
I just want to mainly show you guys the AI functionality. So I'm going to hit compose, like a new conversation.
New conversation. Button. New conversations. Back button.
Okay. When I do that, it will bring me into a conversation view, almost like you'd get an iMessage. And it actually uses the same kind of interface.
Conversations. Back button. New conversation. Heading.
Okay. I'm going to swipe right.
Conversation options. Button.
I
Pop-up
can
button.
share the conversation or do
Access
other
conversation
things.
options like rename, share, or delete. Double tap. System message. Welcome. Start chatting to begin your conversation.
Okay, that's just the system message.
Send at 10:40 a.m. Copy response. Button. Copies the AI response to clipboard.
I can copy the response.
Read response aloud. Button. Reads the AI response using text-to-speech.
I can read it aloud using TTS.
Message input. Type a message. Text field. Insertion point at end.
And I'm going to type something. How to access headings list in NVDA.
Inserted how to access headings list in NVD.
Let me fix dictation.
70%, 65%, 70,
So let me fix
65%.
that.
Send message. Button. Message input. Text field. Insertion point at start. Insertion point at end. Cap D. Cap D. Shift. Cap A. Cap A.
Okay. And
Send message.
hopefully
Button.
this works. Oh my gosh.
Press NVDA plus F7 to navigate by headings. EA plus F7 to with list all links, headings, and landmarks on the page for easy navigation.
Okay, so that kind of cut out. I'll kind of explain. So it says press and insert F7. When you get there, there's going to be an elements list and you can toggle and filter by headings. Okay, so let me read the response again to see if it won't cut out.
You said, how to access headings list in NVDA.
I'm swiping right.
Send at 10:41 a.m. System message. Press NVDA plus F7 to navigate by headings. Press NVDA plus F7 to open the elements list, with list all links, headings, and landmarks on the page for easy navigation.
And there you go, right? Because it said how to get the headings list in NVDA. So I can ask it a couple more questions. And again, if I want to go back and compose a new conversation, it will actually save the conversation I did here. So let me ask it one more question.
Base.
Let's say how to turn off voiceover on the Mac.
Inserted how to turn off voiceover on the Mac. Send message. Button. Toggle voiceover on / off. Press Command plus F5 to turn voiceover on or off. On MacBooks with Touch ID or no physical F5 key, use FN plus Command plus F5 or set the shortcut in system settings.
See, there you go. That is how this application works in a nutshell. It's still being developed, but hopefully this gives you guys a good idea of how it works thus far, and we'll read all your messages aloud, and it will even search. There's actually a 5,000 plus AT commands database that this has access to. That's how it works. And if it does not know something, it will tell you, right? So let me see if I can demonstrate that. Hopefully that will work. I'm not sure. I'm just going to say, where's Austin, Texas?
Inserted where is Austin, Texas? Cap I.
Just making
Send message.
here.
Button. JAWS key modifier. The JAWS key modifier is the insert
Right,
60%.
so that's not gonna work. But that's why I said it's still in development. But either way, you'll be able to get access to all of these commands, right? It will start, listing things. Of course, when I say something that's not AT related, on the real app, it will actually have it and it will say, sorry, this is not related to AT, whatever, can't answer that question because this is a specific AT app. But of course, like I said, it's still in development. But hopefully this gives you a good overview of what this has to offer currently. And hopefully that you like what I have. And, feedback is always welcome. Go ahead and stop recording and then we'll take questions.
Stop recording.
So what do you guys think about that?
That's awesome, Taylor. Congrats.
That's
Michael,
cool.
what do you think since you haven't seen this before until now?
It's very nice. It worked extremely well.
So would you be able to say, for instance, you wanted to buy a multi-line braille display, when the app is completely done, would you be able to say what is the um, prices of the multi-line braille displays on the market currently?
So that's a good question. The answer is hopefully yes. So I didn't talk about this in the demo yet, just because it's not implemented, right? I wanted to give a real implementation of a demo.
Mhm.
And when I was making the app, there's going to be two plans. So there's going to be a free plan, which has over 5,000 examples, right? Which is what we're running now. And then there's going to be a paid plan, which is going to be an in-app purchase. It's probably going to be only $3 or $4, bucks, not a month, sorry, one
Yeah.
time, right? And then there's also like a tip jar you could donate to if you want to keep the app going. But
Mhm.
that will actually have more like app specific things. You could ask it like how to, I don't know, do things in Excel with JAWS or whatever. It will be application specific, and it could even be a like chatbot to recommend specific AT or even like AT vendors. So there's more different things that you can get access to in the paid plan. And there's
Mhm.
even going to be a voice mode, which on the free plan you'll get 10 to 20 queries per day of the voice mode for free, but everything will be running on your device.
I like the simplicity of it. It seemed really easy to use.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Michael, do you have any thoughts?
Nope. Everything that sounds great.
But I just thought I'd show you guys a demo. It's once it's out, once it's testable, I'll send you guys test flight links. Especially interested to hear from AT trainers or whatever, because maybe I missed a command. Totally possible. I'm not a
Okay.
trainer myself, but what I am is I'm a user, and I want to be able to help people as many as possible.
So the app that's coming out before the week is out, does it have a free and a paid plan?
That one's completely free, right, Michael?
Yes.
Okay.
That's our Techopolis Media app.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
And then this one will be coming out later in September,
Hmm.
potentially, a little bit later.
I like it. I like the way it's quick to respond to that. I like that. It wasn't, like real sluggish.
But yeah, I mean, people are loving this app, so I'm hoping that I'm trying to spread the message and trying to help as many people as possible. Let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen.
Zoom. Us. Zoom. Us. Zoom annotation entry point system dialog.
Okay. All right, so I'm stopping sharing. But yeah, do you guys have anything else to talk about this topic? Or anything else at all?
I really don't have an absolute ton today, but that I think it's so cool when you develop an app and when we get to see like your live progress, making stuff. That's just so cool to me.
Yeah,
I
I really try to give it the best I can, and don't worry, because I know people don't have the newest phones. I don't want to be in a excluder. It's just the technical limitations, but I'm actively finding a solution for that.
Man, I admire your app making skills. Like I said, it's a bucket list item for me to make an app, but I don't know if I'll ever get there because I am busy enough doing enough other things, you know what I mean? But do you still think, like, I guess this is just a general app building question. If you're blind and you don't necessarily have time to like sit there and learn all the coding and all of the app building and all, and you are going to use GPT to write you the code, or whatever your AI agent of choice will be to write code, do you still think that Xcode is the easiest and most simple, best way to build an Apple app? Like if you're using Xcode on Mac or on an iPad or something, or whatever.
We do have some chats. Do we want to get to those?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
Well,
actually, we'll finish this subject and then we'll get to
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
throwing out a curiosity
yeah,
question.
let's talk about that real quick. If you're building for iOS, Xcode is the easiest way to do it. If you're building for Android, it's building natively is not the easiest way to go.
Sure.
It is, and I'm going to be probably starting a big war with Google on this, but they don't provide a good user experience for people to build apps for their platform. And if you want more people to build for Android, they've got to really work on that. And that's why,
Right.
other platforms are, like React Native and other ways of building for Android is preferable because Android Studio and building for Android's a nightmare. I mean,
Right.
I'm trying to update one of my apps and just changing the color of the status bar is beyond AI's understanding of how to do. And it's like this should be one line of code.
Right.
These Google is going to have to change if they want people to keep modernizing their platform.
Oh, for sure. And we know too that there's a lot of like third-party apps out there that claim that they'll help you build an app and do all of that. And so I guess what I'm really getting at is like, let's just say that somebody wants to build themselves an app, maybe not to sell in the App Store or, maybe not to like publish or distribute, but like for their own personal gain, just because to run on their own device. Do you feel that on an Apple device that Xcode, if you're going to build like let's say a Mac app, or I know you said Xcode is still really good for an iOS app, but is that still the best way to go, or is there an easier tool to build yourself an app if you're not planning on distributing it and you just want to build something for you? I just
Well,
thought it
you
was an
have to use
interesting curiosity question.
you have to use Xcode or Swift Playgrounds to do this either way.
Right.
And so I think Swift is an easy language to learn. AI can program it really, really well,
Oh yeah.
believe it or not. And so it's just simpler and
Yeah.
it's quicker to see what you're gonna get. And even VoiceOver will work with the previews in Xcode, where you can even kind of see how your app's gonna look before you even run it on a device. It's
Absolutely.
magical.
I love the preview mode in Xcode. I love that. Makes me so happy. I love it, personally. There's just an interesting curiosity question I thought maybe somebody might get something out of. But yeah, if we've got chats, let's hit it.
All right. So one
So-
of them is, how can I reach out to you about like client services? That's a conversation we'll have offline. So I'm not gonna really
Well,
get into
Taylor,
that.
give them how they could reach out to us.
They already did, Michael.
Okay, good.
Yep. But you can reach out to us. So if you go to techopolisonline.com/services, right, Michael?
Yep.
There's forms that you can submit for the services that we offer. Any more you want to say on that one?
Nope. That sounds good to me.
And then the other one is, if I'm blind, how do I build an Android app?
Can you say that again?
If I'm blind, how do I build an Android app?
It's a good question. React Native is a good way to get started with that. The typical way is with Android Studio. I have not found there to be the best documentation on getting started with that. Like a lot of what we've learned is I've learned through AI, just asking AI how to do it.
Okay. And I will preface that we are mostly Apple developers, at least Michael and I. So. And those are the chats that we have.
The class in September, we're going to use Swift Playgrounds.
That will be based on Swift, yes.
Okay.
And the link is in the chat on both YouTube as well as the Zoom, excuse me, so you guys can sign up for it.
I think I already did. I'm pretty sure I signed up, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. Super exciting stuff ahead.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like to watch you do live things. I think, like Laurel, in that regard, I like to watch people build stuff live, and you know, it's just like, building a song live. It's exciting, and watching you build an app live is exciting to me, just to see how it comes together.
It's not perfect yet, but what it is it's a good start.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. What else, y'all? Anything else on y'all's end?
Have you made any other 3D stuff? Because I know you have your bits stuff that you made, but and your stuff you're selling. Have you made any new things?
Mm, we made a Laurel Wheeler Foundation keychain.
Oh, cool. All right.
One more thing I hope to get into someday, making more cool stuff.
Get a 3D printer.
I know, right? I don't have space for one right now, though.
I do. I need to order mine since I'm back home for good for a while, I think. So,
What part of the country is home for you in general? You in the
Tennessee.
Midwest? Tennessee? All right,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. I
I,
was,
I couldn't remember exactly what part of the country you were in.
mhm. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not advocating giving your exact location for people watching on YouTube, but
No, I have Michael's recommendation, so I gotta go look and see which one I want to purchase and go,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, go
I
ahead and
still
order
dream
it.
of designing a 3D printed slate and stylus. That's
I don't
a
think that
dream.
would be too hard. I mean, what do you
Surely
guys
not.
think? Michael and Taylor, do you guys think that would be hard to do?
Only reason I really dream of it is because for all the people that I serve around the world, if I could mass 3D print stuff like that, it could make it a lot easier to get it
We've
to people.
tried to do it, but what happened, Michael, when we did it? Like something didn't go home out right? I'm trying to remember because we tried to do it at one point on the
To do what
stream.
now?
A slate
When
and
we tried to do
stylus.
slate and stylus.
The AI could not produce that correctly.
Huh.
Ah.
Interesting. Interesting. 3D printing, it's just so cool. I feel like it's still kind of a novel niche thing, and
Hmm.
it's only going to get, cooler as time goes on. I mean, think about it. In 2015, it was just on the. It wasn't like people didn't own 3D printers 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. One of the
So.
kids that I work with, he's very much into coding and stuff, and I think he would really enjoy it. So, if I have one here, then he can try it out when he's over.
Oh
And
yeah,
And you
um,
meet
absolutely.
students at your house.
yeah, sometimes online, but this one not comes to my house.
There you
We're
go.
we're real close. We're like family, but we're not blood kin, but we're like family. So
Hey, there you go.
yeah, he would really enjoy that. And he's all the kids that I work with are sighted, but he's always like, how do you do this? How do you do this? And he's just always interested and very curious and precocious, and
Sounds like a great kid.
yeah, he is. He's a great kid.
You want that in a kid.
Hmm. Yeah, he never hesitates to ask questions.
Oh, absolutely. I also, guys, I discovered last week that I can get. So I had been into Raspberry Pi, but I kind of stopped messing with it because the screen reader on Raspberry Pi setups tended to be a pain. I've now discovered that you can get tiny little Windows microcomputers that are essentially headless computers, even smaller than a mini desktop PC, that kind of are like the Windows take on Raspberry Pi type, whatever. And so I'm probably gonna get one soon and play with that. I'm excited.
I think David has one of those.
You got one, David?
Yeah, I think so. I think he has a little tiny think something. He may be muted, but
I think you are. If you're trying to say something, you are. But I was researching them. They're like little, like literally they're like Raspberry Pi reminisce kind of a thing, because they've got like the micro board, the little ports, like the case. You can get one with a case, but like it doesn't have like anything attached to it. You have to like decide how much RAM and how big of a hard drive you're going to have, and then much like
yeah.
Raspberry Pi, you connect all the external stuff, and you.
Mhm.
But like it's not like I've got a B-Link mini desktop little tiny box that I have on my desk as my Windows mini PC, and I've got speakers and some cords hooked up to it. This is even smaller than that. It's literally like the Windows version of a Raspberry Pi, and I'm like super stoked about it. I'm probably gonna get one at some point to play with.
So on a Raspberry Pi, don't you use Linux or?
Yeah, but and maybe somebody has better knowledge than me in this area. The last time I tried to mess with it a couple of years ago, I had Linux and I was running Ubuntu, and I was
Mhm.
really struggling with Orca. I was struggling. I had my headphones plugged in, obviously, and I had it installed, and I had, a basic word processor app and the ability to get on the internet and like basic stuff, right? I was
Yeah,
running a Raspberry Pi 4. I don't remember the whole model, but like I had the whole thing, right? Like I had plenty of RAM and hard drive.
yeah.
And I was struggling to get Orca to work very well. Now, I only say that Raspberry Pi is struggling with screen reader use, not because I'm a great Orca and Ubuntu Linux screen reader user, but because when I had asked other blind people as of last year, like last March, like a year ago, when I had asked other blind people about it and discussed what I had found with them, I was being told it was a known problem, and that, like, if you were trying to use, if your use case for Raspberry Pi was to use it as a full tiny microcomputer to like do basic web browsing and word processing and reading and writing with, that I was trying to test it out. I had an idea and I was trying to test it out for that. I was told that it had some known issues with accessibility. Now, I don't know if that's still true, and it may also not be inaccessible at all. It may be fine if you're trying to use Raspberry Pi differently, like to remote control other things or
Right, right.
in other types of use cases. So huge
Mhm.
caveat, but I was attempting to test out an idea to use it as a very small, tiny, like hold in your hand,
Mhm.
full-fledged microcomputer. Not heavily. Like I realize that obviously if you're going to do heavy computing, you need a lot of RAM, and you need more than 4 gigs of RAM, obviously. I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to go crazy. I was trying to just test it out with like reading, writing, basic web browsing,
Mhm.
reading a book, social media, based on an idea that I'd had. So, like, I don't know. But apparently they make tiny little Windows machines that can do that too. And I'm like, oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, they've been making them for a few years, the Windows ones, but isn't Linux is like command line driven, like you have to, like
I'm not an expert. Michael or Taylor, somebody comment.
okay.
I'm not an expert. Somebody else comment besides me. Or David, if you want to unmute, or somebody, if
I'll
you
tell you
know.
my opinion on this.
Please do. Go for it.
The um uh Linux is great. Raspberry Pis are great, but the best way to use them is as a remote terminal. So you can basically set up Wi-Fi on them out of the box,
Hmm.
and then you can SSH into them from another computer, which makes
That's
it
what
a lot
that's what I ended up doing.
easier.
Yeah,
And you
that's what
don't
I
have
ended
to
up
use
doing.
Orca.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So you could come into it from a Windows or a Mac computer.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's what I
Okay.
ended up having to do. So it didn't work out for what I was wanting to use it for, but yeah, that's what I ended up doing. If you
Okay.
SSH and do it, it's better. I would agree. Have you tried any of the tiny little Windows ones, Michael, that are
I
supposed to
have
be?
not.
I'm gonna try them just because.
I, yeah, I know a couple of people that have them. They seem to like them, um, and they work, just as good. The main thing drawback with unless you're planning to just leave it in one location, it's not. Most of them aren't portable because they don't have a battery, unless you want to
So
connect a battery
I've been
to it.
researching. You could, like, now it depends on what you're gonna do with it. But if you're gonna take, and I'm not talking about like a mini desktop like B-Link. I'm talking about like even smaller ones.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
You can either, there's a space apparently on some of them to put a power bank and like plug it in somewhere.
Right.
Or if you want to charge it off of a like 20,000
Hmm.
mAh,
Yeah,
whatever the screen reader says mAh, but I don't know.
yeah. MA.
20, yeah. Power bank, you can
Yeah.
get like, apparently you can get 5 to 6 hours of battery life. It depends. Like, obviously, if you're trying to do like heavy gaming or something super heavy, that won't.
Mhm.
But like, if you're just trying to read, write, do
Yeah,
fun stuff,
yeah,
like just like light gaming, like whatever.
yeah. You could.
Apparently,
Yeah, you could do a battery. I mean, I know a lot of people who have Mac Minis, and they, have a battery that they take and connect to that, and they just take it wherever they go. So
yeah.
they have battery rather than just,
Well, I thought about
AC.
getting a tiny little Windows computer so that I could run some ham radio. I'm getting into ham radio. That's a whole nother topic that doesn't belong necessarily here. But there's some software I want to run, but I don't. My mini PC is in a different room than my ham radio setup, and I
Okay.
don't want to have to move one or
Move
the
things
other.
around. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna work better on Windows than it will Mac. The software.
Hmm. Okay.
So I was thinking about that would be my use case for like connecting it to my radio and
Yeah, that's what I have for a small PC. Is one of those
What
about
do
the
you've got?
size.
What do you have, man? What
I
model do
can't
you
rem-
have?
I can't remember the name of it. I could look it up, but it's what they used with the Noti project. It was a website that talked about a Braille in speech out Windows computer solution. I didn't go all the way with what they did, but I snagged the computer and you bought it off Amazon, and I've used it for things, and it's small enough that it can be used in places that you may not be able to fit a full desktop.
Yeah, I've got a B link, and I'm gonna try to find. I'm gonna see if I can look up the name of what I was.
Amazon's probably got whatever it is you're wanting to buy.
They have we were talking about it the other day. They have some pretty nice desktop. I mean, not desktop. Mini PCs like this what we're talking about, and they're respectable with 32 gigs of RAM, a gig of
Hmm.
a terabyte of space. So you can go
Yeah,
down
yeah.
on those things. Depends on what you want to spend. Mine's not that nice. It's Windows 11. I think it's 8 gigs of memory, but several years ago is when I got it.
Yeah. But you can, like you said, you can get 32 gigs of RAM and
Yeah.
a terabyte of hard
The
drive space.
Latte Panda 3 Delta is the
Ah,
name of what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
I have not. Um,
Apparently, it's kind of like the Windows Raspberry Pi kind of take.
Someone I know in bits has a GDP micro computer. It actually has a screen and a little keyboard and battery.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, I
That
figure
was,
why bother with a screen because I can always HDMI it up to a TV if I really need to look at
uh-huh.
something.
Or
Yeah.
somebody else needs to look at something for you, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Cause like so like
Mm-hmm.
my B-Link little mini PC, I don't even have a screen. I've got
Mm-hmm.
my mini PC tower set up near my TV in my bedroom / office so that should I need to pull up a screen and do something, I can.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
Yeah.
when I got my little mini desktop PC, I didn't want to have like a giant thing with a giant monitor, you know?
why
Right.
not?
So that's
Well,
exactly what I did.
and
Yeah.
I ran a headless.
I have my screen for my Mac Studio, but I don't always use it. It's just sitting up out of the way and I can hook it up just immediately. It's in a good spot, but it's
Oh
out of
yeah.
my way. But I can hook it up if anybody else needs to use it because I don't, need it. But um, I like having one just in case.
Oh yeah. Like so for my mini desktop, I just have the HDMI cable hookup.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Yeah.
I've just got like a Roku TV or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if anybody ever knows anything about the Latte Panda 3 Delta, let me know because I'm looking into getting one. I'd love if anyone knows anything about it. Holler holler at me. But yeah, it's probably similar to what you have, David. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, it's probably similar, but
Just a newer model,
probably
maybe.
newer, better.
I was just looking
Mhm.
at on Amazon for like $250. You can get one with a case on it that has I think they come with either 8 or 16 gigs of RAM, and I could get a 128 gig hard drive. And I'm not looking for a massive hard drive. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's about what this one was. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, I could pay more and get a bigger hard drive, but I think for what I'm wanting to use it for, I don't really need something crazy.
I wonder if I could upgrade it later, but that's my own
I
problem.
think so. Like the one, I don't know, but for yours, but the one I'm looking at, I think you can. You just would like remove the. Basically, I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong someday, but my understanding, I think, is that you can remove the because you're buying the little hard drive, the tiny little hard drive separate, so you can remove it and replace it. I think. Now, I don't think the RAM is upgradable from on this model, what I can tell, in
Some
the
of them.
sense that whatever RAM you buy from the outset is what you're going to end up with, I think, from this model. Now, again, if someone knows different on YouTube and watches this later or something, tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think on this particular type I'm looking at, I think you can at least upgrade the hard drive, yeah.
Well, I know that with the old OQO computers, you couldn't upgrade them.
No.
But like this laptop I'm on now, it 10 years ago it came with 12 gigs. They said it wasn't upgradable, but guess what? It's got 16 gigs in it.
There you go.
So
There you go.
you just gotta.
I miss, like, I mean, I wasn't really old enough to do really retro computing because I was young in the 90s, like, elementary school. But I miss the concept of being able to add and remove RAM and hard drive and, like, customize your stuff.
Yeah, there was a book out: build a 486 and save a bundle, or build a Pentium and save a bundle.
I mean, I think the concept of being able to literally custom build your own computer is cool now. I know you obviously could still do that these days, but I guess expensive, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I know people that still build their computers, and I built a computer 25 years ago. Um, so yeah, it's doable.
I would love to do it. It's just costly if you're going to do it, you
Yeah.
know? But
Get what you want. You get the components you need.
that's true. Is there okay, here's an interesting question since we're talking about technology and this kind of stuff. Is there a book or a resource you guys could recommend that's accessible if a blind person ever wanted to investigate how to build their own computer without a sighted person's help? How to learn what kind of components you need and how to do it. Is there anything like that out there?
I haven't looked for anything in a while.
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe somebody, if you watch this later, comment on Taylor's YouTube and let us know, because that would be an interesting thing to discover. I think for now, though, if I'm gonna ever get built, like try to custom build a Windows setup anyway, I'll probably start with this little micro computer and go from there. It might be cheaper, but that's what I kind of liked about the little mini desktop PC concept, is I could just at least somewhat control what I had. Is like I've got speakers and I've got a few accessories, but I don't have like a screen or things I deem not needed. No mouse. So yeah, it's
Yeah, it's fun when you can build or repair your own computers. I remember around that time when I built my first computer, I was talking to someone on the phone, and they said I was going to be building my computer on that Saturday, and they said, "Oh, you can build a computer?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'm actually replacing a sound card for my girlfriend's computer right now," and they were
there you go.
surprised, not just
That,
because a blind person could do it, but because it could be done that way at all. And so,
that's awesome. That's really cool, man. Like I love that. I love that.
yeah,
It's just fun. Computing and tech is fun, isn't it?
hmm and even with some of the Dell computers, what I like about Dell is their service tag. You go look up the service tag, you find out anything
Hold
you
on.
want.
I'm gonna mute myself. There's a mower. Sorry.
Anyway, you
Keep
can
going.
okay. You can find anything you want to know about that Dell computer with the service tag. But I had bought a computer from a refurbished computer store, and a while after I had it, the power supply went out. They wanted to sell it to me for $60. We found it on Amazon, bought it. They're the way Dell puts their stuff together is just real quick and easy to pull out the component and replace it. In fact, the newer Optiplex, they don't have any screws. I mean, they have major screws, but for a lot of their parts, it's just thumb screws.
Sorry about that. I was not
Yeah,
expecting a mower to just go right by my window. I may have to mute myself again if it comes closer. So you guys, oh my
We didn't
God.
hear it, so
Oh
if you
man, it
don't
was
have
so loud.
original sound on, we probably won't hear it.
yeah.
I don't know, like it was so loud that my desk was, I could feel the vibration of my desk. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, usually you don't hear stuff. There's a lot of stuff that people don't
Oh.
hear as long as you don't have original sound on.
Yeah, true, but you also never know exactly when that threshold is
No,
gonna
you
get
don't. That's
crossed.
Nope.
right.
No.
That's right. You don't.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh goodness gracious.
But yeah, if you could figure out how to, work with building a computer, I think you'd have fun with that because it's something you can put your hands on.
Oh, I think I would love it. I think it'd be fascinating personally. I may dig out my Raspberry Pi and mess with that some more, see what more fun I can have with that. I did end up running it off a terminal and off my Mac and all of that. But I still kind of like the organic, like, I don't always love remotely running other computers with my computer. Like, I sometimes like the satisfaction of like hands-on running something.
I'll
Yeah.
agree with that, but my best experience with Linux is SSH into a server, and when
That's absolutely,
running a web hosting
yeah.
business, that's the best way to get into your stuff.
Yeah, I can't claim to be very good at Linux yet or very well versed in it. I also would say that like I said, my best Raspberry Pi experience was also remoting in.
Yeah.
I was just straight using terminal on my Mac to do it too. So,
If you can get it done, why not?
sure can.
Yeah. Whatever works the
You sure can.
best.
I mean, I think it's really cool. There's like entire Reddit threads, all the cool things you can do with Raspberry Pi.
Mm-hmm.
And I have always wanted to kind of get into that. I've just never had either the time or the skills. Like I could probably develop the skills if I really learned, but knowing where to learn from and what to learn to dabble in that even deeper is not always so straightforward, is it? That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wish there was a good, accessible course out there for blind people that specifically focused on Raspberry Pi. Is there one that you guys know of?
I don't know, but that's a good question. I might have to talk to Chat GPT about that.
And if
Well, learning
somebody's
Raspberry Pi is basically learning Linux.
Yeah. Okay.
The only difference is that there's a launcher that you can use to set up an SD card to work with Raspberry Pi.
Oh,
do you know where I've not necessarily seen, and I'm probably just missing it somewhere, but where would a blind person go if they really want to truly actually learn Linux? Is there a good resource, Michael?
I don't know about a good resource. That'd be interesting to find out.
And if somebody's listening who is a good Linux expert, maybe that's an idea that somebody could take and run with to develop specifically something for blind people to, like a good course. I'd pay for a course to learn Linux and also to learn maybe what to do with Raspberry Pi. In other words, like if you want to learn how to apply Raspberry Pi, like, build stuff with Raspberry Pi, how you could look at project designs and know, okay, accessibly, I take this project design and here's what I need to understand about how to do this, with a screen reader and like, boom. So maybe somebody else out there in the world who will watch this stream or who is watching, maybe that spurs an idea,
I think I might know someone that I could reach out to that may know where resources are.
Oh,
And
dude, please,
gentlemen.
because I'm not kidding. Like, that's not even a, idle question. Like, I truly wish that I had access to better resources where I could learn how to work with Linux and maximize the Raspberry Pi I have sitting idly in my house. I bought it in Finland. I've got a European charging cable, so I've got to get an American power supply for it. But other than that, like, I really wish I had better access to learn so that I could, make it happen.
Yeah.
So
Linux,
that's absolutely not an idle ask
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find any resources, but I'm
And hey, if we find resources, we can share them with the rest of the
Yep.
community too. I probably am not the only one out there wondering,
Yep.
So
there's
Yeah.
something called Linux for the Blind Speak Up tutorials.
People
TV
have done.
Raymond is the guy that does them.
There you go. People have done so
That's
many cool things with their Raspberry Pi, like creating sensors for things in their house. Or I knew someone who was a giant hockey fan and created a Raspberry Pi based setup that set off a goal horn that went off behind his TV whenever his team scored. I mean, like, people do all kind of really cool stuff with their Raspberry Pi, all kinds. And so I just think it'd be cool to learn how to power stuff with Raspberry Pi.
so it's called the Speak Up Project, and
You can print Braille through MS Word using a Raspberry Pi.
how cool.
Okay, a Raspberry Pi plus what?
Plus a Braille embosser.
Press the Braille embosser.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If you hook up, I see what you're saying.
You use what's called cups, and you install certain drivers, and it
Yeah,
can.
yeah. I'm tracking with you. That would be cool. I mean, I don't even doubt, like I said, there's entire Reddit threads. There's like a Raspberry Pi projects thread, and there's entire Reddit threads that are dedicated to Raspberry Pi entirely. So I think it's maybe an underutilized thing in our community, and maybe we could inspire people to go learn. Because that is somewhat coding too. You do have to learn how to use Linux and command line and make it happen, and you know what I mean? So Bring it on. You've inspired me. Maybe I'm just gonna pull that out and get, because back when I was really trying to work with it in 2022 and 2023, we didn't have the AI tools we have now that I could probably use to even get more out of it. I mean, honestly. So, what else you guys got? I know we have technically about 30 minutes, but
I don't have a whole lot.
I've talked about everything I can think of. Oh man, sometimes the brain just, or the creativity just is,
Not
not
there.
as strong, huh? Not as strong.
So, Laurel, do you use, I know Taylor uses Parallels on one of her Mac computers. Do you also use?
A decade ago I had VM Fusion, but I don't anymore. I actually had considered maybe trying to use Parallels, but I don't really have the desire to try to partition my Mac's hard drive and mess with it all. That's honestly part of the reason I just bought a mini desktop PC instead,
Yeah.
because I just didn't feel like I wanted to, I have a 256 gig hard drive on my Mac, and I'm not complaining about that. It's enough for me right now, but I think if I had had a Mac with a larger hard drive, I would have maybe thought about it. If I had 500, or no, you know what? I take it back. Maybe I do have 500. I actually don't remember. Maybe I have 500. Maybe it was me. It might have been a terabyte that I was thinking about wanting to have, but I actually don't remember how big of my Mac hard drive is. But I guess what I was really getting at is I didn't really want to deal with trying to partition my hard drive and deal with that. I've got 8 gigabytes of RAM. I don't know if I really would want 16 in order to be doing Parallels. I don't know. What is your experience running Parallel on Mac, Taylor? And are you running JAWS inside of that, or NVDA, or both, or
I
what's your
mainly run
experience?
NVDA, and my Parallels experience is pretty good because I've got a MacBook Air with 16 gigs of RAM and I think a terabyte.
Yeah, I would say all my Macs have always been 8 gigs of RAM, mostly because price, that's what I could afford. And I would say, in my limited experience either doing VM Windows Fusion a long time ago or trying different virtual machines, I don't know, maybe Taylor or Michael, you might disagree, and if you do, I'd love to hear your thoughts, but I would think I would personally not want to do it again unless I had 16 gigs of RAM. But what are y'all's thoughts on that?
I mean, I did it before when I had 8, but it was difficult.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You definitely want 16.
You
It's
do.
doable, so that's it. That's what I was thinking too. I thought when I've tried different virtual machines briefly, it was doable with 8, but it wasn't enjoyable or easy. And so, but if you're by the time you want to buy a Mac with the 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte of hard drive, at least for me at the time, it just wasn't affordable at the time when I bought my Mac in 2020.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough of a reason, and so this time around, when I looked for, wanting to have a Windows environment, it was just cheaper to just get a mini desktop. Because
So,
And I think
my B Link I got for less than 400 on a Black Friday deal, and it's got 16 gigs of RAM and a terabyte hard drive in it. So, but yeah,
and I think that all Macs now have I think they all now have 16 gigs of RAM when you buy a new machine.
yeah,
probably.
I
I
think
don't.
so.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I would assume.
But could you use, so you have to have that much hard drive space I'm just asking because I have a older Mac I was going to use for that purpose, not my
Well,
newer
okay.
ones.
How much RAM's on your older Mac?
So the RAM's fine, it's 16 gigs, but the hard drive space is like I think 512.
That's probably
Craft Twelve
enough.
is fine.
That's
So
fine.
it's like it's a 2019. It's the one with the touch bar. I was going to use that one to try to do the
No, I think you're
virtual
probably fine.
machine.
You're probably fine. I just personally had enough stuff on my hard drive that I
Yeah,
really didn't want to partition my hard drive and
yeah,
have,
yeah.
like, just for me personally, I didn't want to mess with it. But you should probably be fine. I think your biggest thing is making sure you've got the RAM and
Which I do. Yeah.
probably check and see how much hard drive space you've got left open. You know what I mean?
I have a lot because I just formatted that Mac specifically so I could use it for that because I don't want to use my newer Macs for that if
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
didn't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like
So,
then I would think you'd be fine. Like I don't have a secondary Mac. I have one that I'm using and it's my primary computer, so I just didn't want to deal with having to partition the hard drive on my primary, you know?
no, I
Now
understand that.
if I had an older Mac, I mean I do have like a really, really old one, but not it's gonna work for this. If I had an older Mac with 16 gigs of RAM and even 256 gig of hard drive, then I would absolutely put Parallels and primarily use it to run Windows or Linux off of and roll with that. If I did,
Mhm.
100%. So I think should be fine. I just didn't want to do that to my primary because I thought it was more of a headache than.
Is there any good tutorials? I know I can go read about how to do it and etc. But is there anything tailored specifically because I know you use it that you would recommend that I documentation?
Taylor Michael, that's all you.
I would hope I learned how to use my mute button. I had this old video on one of the other YouTube channels where I was literally just getting started using Parallels. I don't have like an official tutorial, but I
Mhm.
have like a let's mess around with Parallels video on the
Okay.
Techopolis YouTube.
Okay, gotcha. I'll find it. I'll
But I
find it
need
then.
to probably make an official tutorial. It's just actually sitting down and doing it.
I'll find it. If you have it on your channel, I'll find it.
It's
So.
not on mine, it's on the Techopolis
Oh, the
online channel.
Techopolis. Okay, okay. And I put the Linux, the speak up.
I saw that.
Yeah, in the chat. So Laurel, if you want to, check that out for
Oh, perfect.
accessible Linux stuff, or
Perfect.
David,
I totally will because
or anybody
yay,
else. Yeah.
yay.
I
Thanks.
looked it up on Chat GPT.
There you go. There you go. GPT for the win. Let's go. Let's go.
So, yeah. Yeah, I remember you using Parallels one day when you were doing a demo for us, and I kind of like the idea that you could just switch between on the same computer. So that's the reason I was thinking I might take my old Mac and, you know, make it a VM.
That's a good idea. I mean, I definitely would do that if I had an old Mac, for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah,
Excuse me, no question about it.
yeah.
But I actually had considered at Christmas time when I needed to get a PC environment to work in, I'd considered getting an old Mac and doing that, but it was cheaper truly to get the mini desktop, and I don't regret doing that. I'm just saying, like, I absolutely think if you've got an older Mac that's still working. So when I replaced my Mac in 2020, I had, a little bit of an older Mac, like 2016 or 2017 model. I
Hmm.
replaced it in 2020 because maybe it was a 2015 model. I don't remember. It had a CD drive in it, and that and the hard drive were starting to stop working very well and make weird noises internally. So
Hmm.
anyway, and it was getting really hot when charging, and also I just replaced it. I didn't. It's not good for you. Like I wouldn't use it. I don't even. I recycled it. I think I don't remember, but Anyway, the point I'm making is if I had an old Mac, that's exactly what I would do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily going to go out and buy an old Mac just to do it with,
Yeah,
but
no, I understand.
if I
Yeah.
had one, that's primarily what I would do. 100% would use Parallels and then reformat the hard drive and run Windows and or Linux virtual machines. 100%.
Yeah. I just like
I
the
say go,
way,
take the plunge and go for it. I swear, do it.
yeah, I like the way it, when Taylor was using, I was like, oh, this is a great idea.
Do it. I would say take. You got an old computer that you're not using for anything else, and it's got the
No, I'm
RAM.
not. So
It's
might
got
as
the
well.
RAM. Do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Do
Try
it.
it. I mean, you'll want to use a program called VOCR. Have you heard of that?
Oh, yes, I've heard of it, but I haven't put it on my computer, but I
You
will
need to
do that.
use that.
Okay. Okay.
Parallels is not accessible by default.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So VOCR. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you for telling me because I would have been like, what? Why is this
Yeah.
not working?
Use
Because I
VOCR.
know like with, that's what other people say that, use the complete control keyboard stuff, the music stuff. And it's like, why is this not working? Is you got to put VOCR on to get some of the Logic Pro stuff to work and the Reaper stuff fixes, it's like, good grief. So yeah. But thank you for telling me that. So I'll install that
You're
on
welcome.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to follow this adventure. You got to update us on how this goes.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it before next week.
Let's go. Or whenever you do get it
It's
done.
not hard.
Like,
It's just you gotta,
Yeah.
Or
I
you could
think I'll
probably get-
do
you could
like you
probably
though,
get-
Taylor. I think I'll put NVDA.
dude,
That
you
way
could
I
probably
don't
get
have to use
GPT to give
my.
you instructions and hold your hand while you're doing it.
Yeah, probably. But I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you
go
what.
watch the Techopolis video first.
I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
it's kind of a rambly mess. But you
It's
can,
okay.
I'll tell you guys what. I'm gonna order a power a power cord basically for my Raspberry Pi. Because my power cord is a European one because I bought the thing in Finland when I lived there. I'm gonna order it and then I'm gonna set up my Raspberry Pi. I'll update it and through terminal and all and then maybe we can play with it and have some fun with it during our sessions too if you guys want to. I'll set it up. Won't be hard. I'll update it and get it ready to roll.
That'll be cool.
So then if we want to do something with Raspberry Pi, we'll have mine available to play with.
Yeah, I think I have one too that my husband has. I haven't used it yet, so I have to dig mine out too.
I'll mess with it, y'all. I'm stoked. I'll try. I'll try.
have
Let's
you
go.
guys tried Claude Code yet?
No.
No, should we? Talk to us about it.
Let me get into this. So, you guys know I've been using Cursor for the longest time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cursor is like an
Mhm.
editor, like a VS Code, but slightly better.
Yeah.
Well, then I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. You know what happens when I watch YouTube videos? Makes me rethink things. And I'll just quickly say that I have a Claude Pro subscription. I'm not going to get into that. Claude Pro is $20, not like GPT Pro. Let me get into that. So
Mhm.
Claude Pro is 20, and then they have like Claude Max, and then like Claude Max, I guess anyway.
Mhm.
So Claude Pro $20, and you can connect Claude Code. It's actually a terminal app, and you can connect it to your like repo, right? Or your subscriptions. You don't have to pay extra. It's just you have like rate limits every 5 hours, whatever. But it's really cool because like it has the full context of Claude. So if you're working on things that may not be as like, because Cursor kind of cuts out the context sometimes to try to save money on their end. But this is like the unfiltered Claude. So like right now I'm working on this application where we can like connect to Icecast and other servers.
Oh, well, no, really? Cool.
Yeah.
That
It's
is
like Audio
awesome.
Hijack. It's for the Mac. It's like Audio Hijack, but this will actually also stream to YouTube like video.
Yeah, I'm familiar
It's
with it.
almost gonna
That's
be
why
like
I
a
was like,
Zoom.
whoa.
It's gonna kind of be like a Zoom, but like it'll be for me streaming and other things, and it will also do YouTube TTS chat. Right
Mhm.
now, I have to use Restream to do all that, and Restream's fine. But the problem is they don't have a Mac app for chat. It's like
Right.
I just have to have Parallels open just to read my chat. It's really annoying.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm working on this application and I'm making it for Mac. Well, anyway, I was trying to use Cursor and that's fine, but I started, know about this Claude Code. Let me tell you, I have where you can create a session, you can join the session, you can configure a radio station, you could do all of that. I made that all yesterday.
Oh man, that's
I can,
awesome.
you know what? I can here. Demo time.
Demo,
Michael.
please.
Let me get these errors fixed and I'll show you. I'm actually working on it right now.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, in no way, shape, or form is it done. But
Still though,
I'll show you
this
what
is
it made. And
exciting.
Michael, you want to pay attention to this. Okay, hold on. Let me get these errors real quick. And then I will. It's amazing. Like I said, I won't even do anything successfully yet, but I'll show you guys what it looks like.
Okay.
And this is going to be another application that we sell.
Sweet. You already got a buyer.
Awesome. And we'll do YouTube. So if you want to stream to YouTube at the same time, and then eventually it'll be almost be like a Zoom where you can connect, like have multiple guests.
Oh yes, this is awesome.
So hold on, let me try to get it running. I didn't know I had a demo, but let's see. I didn't think you guys would be interested in this, but
Oh man,
hold on,
this is
trying
right
to-
up my, this is my playground, my
All right,
fun
let's
stuff.
see if I can. All right, I'm gonna quickly get it running, and then I will do a demo. Hold on a second. I was just working on it. I'm just gonna work on it. I'll quickly fix the errors. But yeah, this is really amazing. And I'm pretty sure the interface looks good. All right, let's see. I'm working on this. All right. I'm just working on it. All right, so after I'm fixing these errors, I will real quick, I'll show you guys Cloud Code. I'll do a couple demos here in all one.
Oh, thank you.
So this is the day of demos, I guess.
Just do it.
All right. Because I'm coding, my voiceover is really gonna be high. I mean, I could change it, but I can't get as much done. So
No, it's okay. It
Zoom
sounds
share folder
good.
with terminal.
this is
Zoom.
Cloud Code
Space
in
with
my
shell text
terminal.
lock
I
zoom.
can press
Add new
VO
window.
up.
End of text. New line. Box drawings light up and right box drawings light
As
horizontal box
mentioned,
drawings light
emojis.
horizontal
Now
box
it's gonna
drawings light
have.
horizontal box drawings 8 spoke asterisk scheming 59 dot hammer and pick 1.1k tokens. New line. New line. Auto accept edits on shift plus tab to cycle.
I'm just doing auto accept edits
Tilt.
because it's
Tilt CD slash user slash
fixing
Taylor slash
errors.
document slash developer slash Swift slash perspective stream. Perspective stream is from main. Pause. Box drawings light art down. New line. New line.
Okay, so it's
Auto
reading
accept edits on
stuff.
shift box drawings light art up and
What
right
is
box
it
drawings light
doing?
horizontal box drawings light
Pressing
horizontal box drawings
VO
light
up.
horizontal box drawings new line scheming 79 dot down arrow 1.2k tokens dot to interrupt. Box drawings light vertical box drawings light up and right box drawings.
Okay, so it's a lot of emojis. I'm
Box
figuring
drawings
out
light
a
horizontal box
way
drawings light horizontal
on
zoom.
Mac
Us.
with
Stove.
dictionaries to like
Stove.
get rid of
Perspective
those.
build results table rows 1 to 6 of 7 selected.
And
Build
pressing
succeeded system dialog.
build succeeded. Here we go. All right, so I did Command R in Xcode. I'm in Xcode right now,
Okay.
and I'm waiting for the app to load. So I'm running this on my Mac live. Here's the app.
Perspective stream. Home window.
Michael,
New session.
are
Button.
you
App
here?
keyboard. App heading. Perspective stream. Toolbar.
I wonder if he's here or not.
Toolbar. Perspective toolbar. And sessions home selected radio.
So we've got home. We've got sessions.
Settings radio button. 2 of 3.
We've got
Settings radio button. 3 of 3.
settings.
Settings radio button.
So what we have so far is, again, I'm working on some bugs. So home, I'll show you, like I said, hopefully Michael's here because I'm curious how it looks. So we've got home, and then under home, we've got, let me
Out of toolbar.
interact with
Perspective
this.
stream app icon image.
Perspective stream, right? I just made up an app icon.
Heading perspective stream.
It's called Perspective Stream.
App description. Stream simultaneously to YouTube live and radio stations.
So stream simultaneously live to YouTube and radio.
New session button.
I can do new session.
Heading join existing session.
I can join in a session. So let's say somebody gives me a code. Again, this is still in progress, right?
Session code. Enter session code. Edit text.
Session code. I can go.
Join session. Dim button.
Okay.
Heading my sessions.
My sessions.
View all my sessions button. Heading testing.
Testing.
Status. Waiting.
So it says waiting, right? Because it's not been joined yet.
Session code. GRZE5A.
It's a random code.
Radio streaming enabled image.
So it says radio streaming enabled, but you notice
Join my session. Testing button.
no YouTube enabled, right? So I can press via
Radio session
space.
status. Heading testing. View all my session. Heading my sessions. Active session.
And
Testing
then I go
button.
to active session. I press
Active
via
session.
space on the session.
Microphone. Go to streaming controls button.
I can go to my streaming controls. Again, this will not work because I'm having trouble getting radio to connect.
Leave session button.
Leave session.
Leave session button. Go to streaming controls button. Go down button. Live chat.
So here's the
Go down
live
button.
chat.
Live chat. Add radio station button. No radio stations configured. Streaming controls. Ready. Testing. Current session.
It's the current session ready. Testing.
Back button.
So testing is the name of the
Current
session.
testing. Ready. Streaming. No radio stations. Add radio station button. Live chat. Go down button. Live chat. Go to no messages yet.
No messages.
Close active session view button. Close active session view button.
I'm gonna close
Active session.
this.
Testing button. Closing dialog.
gonna
Active
go to
session. Heading active
settings
session.
now.
Join session. Session code. Heading join existing session.
Like I said, it will not actually work like fully.
User app description. Heading perspective.
So-
Perspective stream app icon. Toolbar.
I'm gonna go
Session
to
settings. Radio button.
settings.
Selected. Settings selected. Out of toolbar. Heading account. YouTube account. Not connected button.
So I can go to
Actions available.
YouTube and I can connect my YouTube account.
Configure radio station settings button.
Configure radio station settings.
Table.
I can interact with this
The
table.
table. Save radio station. Techopolis radio button.
So it says
Actions available.
Techopolis Radio. And then I can go via right.
Add another radio station button.
Add another radio station. Yes, you can do multiple.
Radio station. Techopolis radio button. And dialog. Techopolis radio content. Edit station. Station name. Server address. Port. Streaming protocol. Mount point. Server address.
Let's say I want to test this.
100 port. 8005. User heading
I'm
code
just
streaming
going
type mount
really
point. Select
fast so you
username.
guys don't hear all the
Save password. Heading bitrate. Bitrate. 1 audio for empty sample.
I'm
Sample.
gonna
Channels.
change all
Channels.
these
Audio. Cancel editing. But test radio station. Save radio station. Test radio station. Save radio station changes button. An alert
And then
dialog.
we're
OK.
probably
Default.
gonna
But
get
connection test. No active mount points found. Detailed info. Tested mount point apostrophe / live and common alternative server responded with HTTP 404 for all mount points server appear.
So you're probably going to get an error because I'm working on that point right now.
OK default button. No act. OK default button.
Okay.
Test radio station.
And
Connect cancel
then-
channels. Audio channels. Sample rate radio
Go
group. Sample
back.
MP3 audio format. Audio form. Sample channel cancel. Test save radio station changes button. Save radio
Go
station. Test radio station connection. Cancel editing
cancel.
button. Closing dialog. Rate. Save radio
Editing.
station. Techopolis. Add another radio station button.
And let's say I want to add another one.
Connection test heading.
And then let's say I want to test all the connections. I can go
Test all
here.
radio station connections button.
Cool. Right. That's fine. Again, this is not fully working right now,
Test all
but
radio station connections but connection. Add another
I
radio
can
station. Save
go
radio station.
here.
Save radio station heading. Out of toolbar.
and
Table.
I can, let's see, can I
Toolbar.
go
Toolbar.
back?
Control home sessions radio settings to add new radio station button. Add new radio
Go
station
down.
settings selected.
Okay, I
Radio
have to
button.
go.
Free of free.
I'm going to show you one more thing in the
Out of
settings.
toolbar. Table. Table. And save radio station. Save radio station heading.
Hold on, let's see, it's not working. Okay.
Save
there we
radio
go.
station. Out of
Radio
toolbar. Full screen button.
stations. Again, this is
Actions
no
available.
way, shape, or form in,
Minimize button. Full screen toolbar.
um,
And toolbar home radio sessions radio button settings selected.
in regular, like,
Add new
prep.
radio station button.
I'm
Group.
still working.
Add new radio station button. Group.
But, me
Actions
close
available.
out of this.
Now in
Does
home
not
window.
seem to
New
be
session.
that.
App description. New session button.
Oh yeah, and I can press Command W for new window or to get out of that. Or sorry, yeah, Command Q or whatever. I can move around. And then I can show you the YouTube.
App description. Stream
I'm not gonna
simultaneous heading
actually do
perspective.
this
Perspective
because
stream app
it's not
toolbar.
gonna work,
And toolbar
but
session settings radio button. Free of selected.
settings,
Out of toolbar. Heading account. YouTube account. Not connected button.
YouTube account not
Actions available.
connected. Right, so it says, okay, your YouTube's not connected. You better work on that.
Configure radio station settings button. Heading streaming.
And then I'll show you the settings.
Default max test. 5.
So that's the default max guests you can have. Again, that's not been configured yet.
5 guests. Default max test. 5 max test. 5 stepper. Auto record sessions. Unchecked. Checkbox.
You can auto record sessions. Yes, the recording does work.
Configure stream quality settings button.
Configure stream quality.
Heading chat and text to speech.
Again, some of these have not been implemented yet.
TTS voice. Samantha TTS voice text to speech voice selection pop up button.
Samantha is the default TTS chat voice.
Speech speed. Slow. TTS speed. 50% speed. TTS speed text to speech speed slider.
So again, there's a lot of verbosity issues I'm working out, but 50% I can.
And slider. 60%. 89% speed. 99% speed. 89% out of
Put
slider.
it to 89%,
Fast. Configure chat filtering options button.
and it will save these settings. So as well through iCloud.
Heading accessibility. High contrast mode unchecked checkbox.
I can do high
Check
contrast
high contrast
mode.
mode checkbox.
Again, I'm still working on that, but then it will like make it.
Heading accessibility. High contrast mode checked checkbox. Enhanced voiceover support unchecked checkbox.
I'm not sure why I even have this enhanced voiceover support. Interesting. It should be accessible by default, but interesting. So I thought it was perfect, right? I had AI help me generate this, but the fact is that I'm pretty close to being, might I say, in okay state where I can actually use this. Let me continue.
View accessibility features guide button.
Accessibility features, yeah, that's not implemented yet.
Heading notifications. Push notifications checked checkbox.
Push notifications, so you can get notifications from this app if you want them.
Haptic feedback checked checkbox.
Haptic feedback.
Heading support. View open tutorials button.
View help and tutorials. Let me show you one more
Headings,
thing.
active
I'll be
feedback.
done with
Heading
this.
view enhanced icon heading accessible. Configure chat filtering
Go
options button.
back, and I could just
Now in
do
home window. New session button.
Command N. So let's say I want to get out of there. I could just do new session.
In dialog. Session title. Session title. Create
Let me
session.
call
Session
this
title.
test.
ESTING. Session description. Optional. Session description. Edit text.
Don't care.
Enable YouTube live streaming. Checkbox.
Let's say I want to enable YouTube and
Enable internet radio streaming. Check unchecked. Enable internet. Heading setting. Enable internet. Check. Enable internet radio station. Select station. Radio station. Select menu. 2 items. Check. Techopolis radio.
So I could select Techopolis Radio.
Closing menu. Selected radio station. Techopolis radio. Manage radio stations button.
Or I could manage radio stations.
Heading settings. Max tests. 5. 5 tests. Max heading stream quality.
Stream
Video
quality.
1080p video quality. Video quality.
That's
1080p pop up
fine.
audio quality. High audio cancel session creation. Create session default button.
Create sessions.
And
And
alert
then,
dialog cancel button. Session warnings. Bullet YouTube streaming is enabled but not authenticated. Please connect your YouTube account and settings.
so it says YouTube, where it's not, it's like not authenticated. You might want to figure that out first, right? So it actually warns you. It says, oh, and also the radio station, right? It's not fully configured yet, right? So it's warning you, oh, you might want to fix this.
Continue cancel button. Continue anyway default button.
Continue anyway.
Closing dialog. Create session. Dim default button. Cancel session. Create session. Dim default. Cancel session. Connection error. Mount point not found on server. Connection error. Mount point not found on server.
See? And then we'll try to test it will always test the radio connection, right? And the YouTube to make sure that they're good before you actually start the session. Because wouldn't that stink if your stuff's not configured right? So
Try again button. Okay default button.
I'm gonna hit OK.
Closing dialog. High audio cancel session. Create session default button.
And then it may not let you will not let you create the session until you resolve the issues to make sure everything is gonna be smooth sailing. So that is what I have so far. Michael, are you here? Maybe he's not. But yeah, that's what I have so far, y'all.
So when are you gonna have this ready?
I don't know. Whenever I can get it done.
Okay.
But I'm curious how it looks visually.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I know that all this stuff is like very accessible, all the commands, and I mean, just from listening to you do it. But Michael needs to give us a visual
I
unless
know.
somebody
I wish
else
he was
is
over here.
watching on YouTube that can, or somebody else who's in Zoom.
The app, the Mac version of the app has several things. It looks still like it's meant for iOS. So that's
okay.
going to take some time to work on, but
what do you think about the functionality, like what I did so far in just a day?
well, I think it's a great start.
Me too.
Granted, it was for iOS first, and then I decided let's make a Mac version. So that's why it probably looks like crap. But does it look like how does the UI look overall aside from the iOS thing?
Well, it's too early to tell, really.
Okay. Does it look like it's AI generated?
That is difficult to explain, Taylor.
Okay. I'm just I'm just curious. But yeah, I mean that's what I have so far. So you guys get to see all the cool stuff I'm working on.
Man, that's awesome.
For anybody who's curious, I just looked it up, and for $120 you can get a Raspberry Pi 500, which comes with a keyboard and all of that. So the 500 is like, they've got the power cord, a mouse, a keyboard. It's like all in one little mini computer. It's got only 8 gigs of RAM in the 500. They don't have a 16 gig RAM version yet unless you just get a Raspberry Pi 5. And then of course you got to buy your micro SD card if you want something bigger than 32 gigs, but just so you guys know. I looked it up.
Okay, well I'll stop sharing my screen, but hopefully you
Terminal
guys
one
like
item.
that.
Zoom.
I loved
Zoom.
it.
I did. I sure did.
I loved it. You can always share anything you're doing, Taylor, because chances are we're going to be interested.
Absolutely. And I love the wide variety of coding and tech stuff we talk about. Isn't it fun?
Yes.
It's so great.
Yeah, the AT is definitely more developed. This one's I'm like, I'm just gonna do this.
There you
Well,
go.
I love it. I think that's one that when you get it done, I'm definitely going to buy it from you guys. So
I love it. I love it.
that'll be useful for me.
It'll be in the App Store.
Yeah. Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
I don't think I have anything else. I think it's
It's close
almost
anyway.
close to time.
Yeah.
So
It's like 5 till.
I gotta go and quickly like get ready because I have a meeting I've got to actually go to physically at 1 o'clock. So
Oh,
fun.
oh, it's fun. I just gotta like go get ready, you know.
yeah. Put clothes on. I mean, outside clothes on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like brush your hair, like get. I mean, I'm ready, but for the day, but like I gotta get more ready, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, that was fun, guys, and we'll be back next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we'll be here every Tuesday, 10 to noon Central Time. So, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
You're
Oh
welcome.
man, thank you, and thanks everyone for joining us today, and we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Sounds like a
Bye.
plan. Bye. See if I can get out of this. Oops, that's not the way out. How do I get out? Let's see if I can end the meeting. Go. End. Close. Close. Okay. No, I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna end the meeting.